Welcome everybody to another unfortunate reality check episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. That's right, today we're going to be jumping into the courtroom briefly to witness this 16-year-old get denied bond for a murder case. Not to mention he decided to commit a crime like this right after a recent law change that could guarantee chances are, if found guilty, he's going to be getting smoked. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, for this story, we're going to be traveling down to North Carolina. Gastonia police announced they arrested a 16-year-old and charged him with the killing of another 16-year-old in Gaston County. The victim's family says he was just walking to the store to get something for his mom when he was shot and killed. And you know, a lot of these counties and stuff, I've never even heard of them. But after covering one story and doing a little research, I find out that these places are actually really active. Police will not say if the victim and the suspect knew each other, but the victim's family says the teenagers had disputes in the past. Tylese Dawkins, hopefully I pronounced that right, said she'll never forget the last words she spoke to her son, 16-year-old Zaquavius Dawkins. He gave me a kiss, he said I'll be back. I said I love you too. This just goes to show you how important it is to say I love you to your loved ones before you leave. Or every day in the morning, you never know if their ticket's going to be up or yours. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of people, they don't have a positive farewell like this. Some people, they end up getting an argument with the person before they end up dying. And then they're feeling bad about the situation the rest of their life. You know, so you got to look at the glass half full sometimes. And even though someone lost their life, at least she has a little bit of comfort knowing that he said, I love you too, before he walked out the door. Very, very sad story. Zaquavius, known as Tank, was a football player at Ashbrook High School. He was everything, y'all. He was just so uplifting, said Yana Galloway, who was Zaquavius Dawkins' cousin. He was a miracle. That's the truth. He was a miracle. Galloway says Tank had health issues when he was a baby, but when he was cleared to play football, he thought he was the ticket to success. Man, you know, that hits home as well, because that's how a lot of youth thinks. I remember back in my day, I said I was going to be a Major League Baseball pitcher. I was good, trust me, I'm not a window shopper. I don't wish upon stars that ain't going to be coming true. But I remember saying I'm going to get rich and my whole family's going to be rich with me. But I went to prison and here I am. We still have the dream, it's just changed a bit. But Dawkins says her son, her only child, went to the store to get her some medical supplies Sunday night. And on the way, he was shot and killed near another store on North Chester Street. My son was always there no matter what. That was my everything, said Dawkins. Now, the teenager accused of shooting Dawkins is 16-year-old Sean James Curtis Simpson. And that's the individual that we're going to see weep in the courtroom when he finds out some bad news. Like I said, it's short, but I have to add it to the portfolio. It's going to be a legendary clip. Guaranteed, in the courtroom scene at least. And it's a bell ringer for all those juveniles out there thinking they're going to commit murder, get a little slap on the wrist. Nope, I think they're going to use this guy as an example. But Sean James Curtis Simpson is in Gaston County Jail, charged as an adult with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Dawkins' family says he and Simpson knew one another, but they will never comprehend why this happened. They want Simpson to stay in jail the rest of his life. Simpson will be in court Wednesday afternoon for his first court appearance in Gaston County. And that's what we're going to be jumping into now. But first and foremost, my condolences go out to the victim's loved ones. Very, very sad story. Talented football player just going to the store to get his mom some medical supplies. Now we're going to watch a quick clip from a news channel speaking about the situation, kind of reiterating everything that I said to you, as well as showing the clip of him in the courtroom. The very quick clip, but emotionally powerful.
First at 5, a 16-year-old learns he will not be getting bail after being charged with murder. Sean Simpson is accused of killing 16-year-old Zaquavius Dawkins and also accused of trying to kill someone else Sunday night in Gastonia. Well, Simpson is now being charged under a law change which allows 16 and 17-year-olds to be charged as an adult in certain crimes. But that did not make things any easier for anyone involved today, as you just saw. As Derek Dellinger reports right now, the hearing only lasted a few minutes, but it was tough for both families.
The family of the victims, Zaquavius Dawkins, they were in court and they were quite emotional about what happened. You have to realize this is one of their first chances to see the teen accused of killing him. Sean Simpson came into Gaston County Court at points wiping away his tears as he stood before a judge. Just 16 years old, he's being charged with first-degree murder as an adult. That's as a result of a law change that went into effect in December, which allows teens his age to be charged as an adult in certain crimes.
Did you hear what he said? The law changed in December. If he would have committed this crime just a couple weeks prior, chances are he probably would have been charged as a juvenile and got juvie life. See, a lot of people don't understand that's how these young guys think, man. They have friends that went through the situation, took someone's life, and they know that they're getting out when they're like 22, 23. And then they say to themselves, I could do that, man. Get out my prime, have a little body under my belt. I don't know if that's the case with this situation. I'm sure he doesn't know anything about the law. But pay close attention to his body language here, all right? Look at his facial expressions when he comes in. Perfectly fine looking, nonchalant. It isn't until he hears this bad news that relates to himself, not the victim in no way, just a bond for himself. That's when the tears come, because he's not apologetic about the situation. If you're to ask me, it's just because he don't want to be in that dusty, boring jail no more. And not to mention charged as an adult, that means that L note's probably sure to follow. Life jank.
That's as a result of a law change that went into effect in December, which allows teens his age to be charged as an adult in certain crimes. There was a realization that during this proceeding that the gravity was hitting him, a grand jury indictment that could come in the near future, and a moment that hit when a judge told him that he would not be seeing freedom anytime soon.
Court finds sufficient allegations to support the charges. Considering the relevant factors and the charges, he is ordered held without bond.
I'm not gonna lie, look, I'm a huge Aliens and Predator fan. He sounds exactly like an alien being freshly born out of someone's rib cage.
Charges, he is ordered held without bond.
It is tough to watch, but it was something that Zaquavius Dawkins' family says they needed to be here for.
Yeah.
Simpson accused of killing Dawkins Sunday night along Chester Street. Simpson also accused with attempted first-degree murder involving another victim. Dawkins' family says he was going to get medical supplies for his mother when he was killed. After Wednesday's court appearance, things were still raw for Dawkins' family.
It's affected everybody, even the neighborhood that he lives in. It affected everybody.
Her grandson overcoming health issues as a baby and eventually playing football at Ashbrook High School. In recent days, and even after court Wednesday, Dawkins' family could not help but tell us how kind he was.
He was sweet. He was kind. He would do anything for anybody.
Which has made this all the more tough. But there's a realization here from Dawkins' family that justice must come, even for a suspect that's so young.
He is really young, and he took an innocent life, which was a part of me. I felt bad, you know, but I mean, you know, you out here doing big boy things, and this is what's going to happen. You got to suffer the consequences.
Simpson's next court date is set for February, though we're told he could be indicted by a grand jury before then, but he will remain in jail given the charges.
That's right, you want to commit big boy crimes, get prepared to get those big boy sentences. Double-digit football number Chattanooga train smoke janks. But once again, my condolences go out to the victim's family, and, you know, let this be a rude awakening to any juveniles out there in North Carolina that think they're going to commit murder and just get a slap on the wrist. Chances are you'll be charged as an adult, man. That is not what you want. And I can't even imagine going into an adult prison at 16 or even younger. Believe it or not, there is stories in other states where this type of stuff happens. And these young guys get into the cell block with these grown-ass killers. Real gangsters, man. And they, like the judge said the other day, start getting passed around for ramen noodles and desserts. Trying to tell you, man, you don't want that. But you know, I was interested to find out what states charge juveniles as adults. And Google says all states have laws that allow juveniles to be prosecuted as adults for serious crimes. However, that age which juvenile can be charged as an adult varies by state. In states, though, it says with juveniles being charged as an adult at the age of 16 is Georgia, Louisiana, North Carolina, Texas, and Wisconsin. It goes on saying that states with no minimum age for prosecuting children as adults is Alaska, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. I've heard plenty of stories of juvies getting some serious life sentences in Pennsylvania. But all them other states as well, man, you commit a heinous crime like murder, they're going to look at you like a full-grown adult. Factors considered when deciding to charge a juvenile as an adult is the juvenile's age and maturity level, the seriousness of the crime, whether the juvenile can be rehabilitated in the juvenile justice system, and the juvenile's criminal history. All of these play a factor in the courtroom. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep a close eye on this story, give you updates as they come my way. Not to mention, tomorrow I got a story coming your way about 2 gang members being killed just 20 feet apart in 2 separate situations in a Georgia prison once again. So be on the lookout for that, and the only way to do that is by hitting that notification bell, setting it to all. In the meantime, though, as always, y'all be easy, be safe, and more importantly than anything, stay free.